10 on the shot clock. Jabari Smith lets it go, and he's over. And it ended up being a miss. Would have put Nebraska out in front. At the other end, the three. They do exceedingly well. It's Johnson into the paint, and the kick out gets him a good look from three, but that's well off from Jasper.
It's an imaginary arc on the floor. The floor here does going to call it whether it's a block or a charge, regardless as to where.
Fade away across the lane. Their high-tying 10-point game in their win over Yale. At home, a three.
But another offensive rebound opportunity for Auburn.
10.5 minutes, 6 different Tigers to have scored. Webster got caught in the air, didn't have a great look at the pass, and off a miss. He blows right by Trevor Lakes, who's making just his 4th appearance of the year, and a short
passing. And we've seen a number of those from Green already, this time probing.
Had a dunk similar to that play in their last game against Yale that really got it.
Now at the end of regulation against NC State. Talked with Coach Hoiberg yesterday, and he asked me to mention that. The thing Bruce Pearl is not scared of is playing smaller guards, but when you've got smaller guards with big boy range,
I floated out there now. Those free throws did end the scoreless drought. Smith gets ahead of it.
Coming up with another steal, going ahead. Bryce McGowan's giving up on this play, allowing Jabari Smith have a chance to spend time with.
The first game that he and I ever worked together at Notre Dame. That's his second three. And that on top of Nebraska being short-handed. Limited a little bit more than usual.
But he's attempting to break the all-time three-point record. Dealing with the injuries and illnesses that they've dealt with earlier this year, it makes it tough to be.
Berman drives, floats it, doesn't get the bounce, but he does get an offensive rebound for Kessler, who sticks it back in.
The last 3 to 4 years, when you consider Isaac Okoro, Sharif Cooper, Jabari Smith, you know, so they've had their fair share of Atlanta products.
Quality of those attempts went down.
But they go back to the loss against Indiana where
Naga there, the last couple of threes, not dropping for them. Williams gets free and scores.
And Green actually starting the second half. KD Johnson going to come off the bench in the second half with Jabari.
The transfer from North Carolina, a lot closer to home now on the Plains, where he was about 6.5 hours from home. Kessler with the lob. Oh my goodness! Devin Cambridge, you for your edits there on the call. Try it again! Devin Cambridge, back to back!
Less than 1% gonna go on to the next level. 99.9% of these guys gonna have to go out and get a real job. And that's the thing I'm proud of.
You, we won't tell the world that we were trying to get me to Houston before that. But that was life advice you gave me. You just recently. And one of the things that's happened here in the second half, you've seen Auburn kind of get away from what built them the big lead.
Well, then we'll have our coach back.
Well, I need to echo that as well. Of course, Chuck Person, my teammate for 3 years with the San Antonio Spurs. I want to make sure I became a great rebounder. He was shooting it every time he got it. That's the only way I was going to get in the shots if I got the rebound. So one thing for certain, Chuck will take credit for making you the Hall of.
I just want to say this. I love our school. I love Auburn. But I love basketball. Basketball has given me every single thing I've ever had in my life. So thank you guys for having me.
And years later, you go back and you look and say, hey, what are our managers doing? And they're CEOs of big-time companies.
The campus radio station. That goes over well at parties, let me tell you.
Were you a DJ?
Occasionally.
Playing defense after. Again, he's not celebrating the three. He's getting it done defensively.
There's been a lot of deja vu Nebraska offensive possessions that have ended with 5.
And still be able to defend the rim.
Kessler with the lob. A beautiful.
It could be really one play. I'm sorry, 2 plays in one. Oh, off the glass.
Green on glass. Significant part of the offense here in the second half.
And that's a huge part of this Auburn team. It's the fact that you have, and a great listen, if anyone hasn't listened to Kwame Brown, Kwame drop it and shoot it. When you catch and shoot it instinctively, you're normally going to have success.
Smith got a hand on it. Whole team down the floor. And it's Smith again.
Has a layup. Walker Kessler with a steal. There's a layup for KD Johnson if he wants it.
It is a perfect game. And there's no such thing as a satisfied head coach in the month of December. You know, it may not be enough to describe it. You should say like top 5.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think lottery does it justice.
Today, down 4 players. They're really looking forward to getting Trey McGowan's back when they get into conference play. So, depending on what happens these final few minutes, now as Auburn's up 10 away, but the Tigers keep control. That's tough.
Wes Flanagan and what the Tigers did in this game today have put the pressure on Stephen Pearl.
Without their head coach, Bruce Pearl, they are now 8-1.